It has finally arrived, the final day of round-robin play this year in Regina at the Montana's Brier. The Queen City, such a great sports town. Mosaic Stadium, the Rough Riders, they've won 4 Grey Cups in their history. Brand Center, home to the Regina Pats, they've won 4 Memorial Cups, but it's all about the Brier this week, and it's must-win Thursday. Northern Ontario versus Manitoba this morning. Coming inside the building, it's the morning show. It's our final morning show this week. Glad you're watching our coverage on TSN. Brian Mudryk, Kathy Gauthier. We know the Men's Worlds starts March 30th in Switzerland, and it's go time for these teams, Kathy.
Well, it is. If you want to go to Switzerland, you cannot look back at the scoreboard today. You have to just be focused, and you have to win.
A number of rookie skips in the field, a lot of them putting on great performances, including Alberta, Sluchinski, last night trying to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Well, Jamie Cooey has been a story this week, but he was just that little bit off last night, and Aaron Sluchinski was every bit on. This is a draw for 3.
The team from Airdrie, just north of Calgary, with a big win and a stumble for Jamie Cooey after they started 4-1. Meantime, another great story, Prince Edward Island.
Tyler Smith has been making everything. Last night playing Kevin Cooey, Kevin buried around a guard. Tyler could not see a piece of this from the hack, but this is how well he's reading the ice, throwing the right weight. That was for 3. That really was game.
The 4-time Brier champ, Kevin Cooey, admitting it's just not his week. He just doesn't have the feel for the game. So updated scores, Alberta, a big win. PEI, you saw the highlights, a 9-3 victory over Kevin Cooey. Other scores, what a story. Saskatchewan, Mike McEwen, they've qualified top spot in their pool, and Nova Scotia took an extra end, but a 6-5 win over Quebec. So we know McEwen is in on Pool B. Our focus this morning, Pool A. The simplest way to lay things out for you. Bonot wins, he is in. And if he wins, the teams with 6 wins are all in. But there's still lots to be decided, and it is a must-win for Dunstone and company. So we'll begin with Northern Ontario, and in talking with Mike McCarville, his chat with the media, he said, listen, maybe our lineup didn't have the best stuff, but Trevor Bonot has bailed them out. They call him the boss, and why wouldn't he be? He's doing everything right so far this week.
Well, and he's shown such a range of shots that he's able to produce. He can throw the big, high, hard one. He can play the soft weight shot. He also has such a calm demeanor. He feeds to the team that they just always have hope. That is such a special attribute. He's not just a skip muddy, he's a leader.
I chatted with Matt Dunstone last night. He says they are close to hitting their stride. He also said all the hard work, time away from family should pay off in a moment like this. But Kathy, their schedule's been a little bit different this year.
And it's maybe why Matt's team hasn't been as dominant as we thought they would be. They knew they were coming to the Brier. They practiced more. They played less. So when they get into complicated situations, we see him pause more than he has. If he can find draw weight, look out.
Well, if you didn't know, it's Bonot having a week. The last time a rookie skip won the Brier, 2010, and his name was Kevin Cooey. We can't wait. It is the final day of round-robin play. First Rock next from Regina.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. And by BKT Tires, growing together.
All 4 sheets in action, Kathy, and a couple Regina boys going head-to-head as well. Ben Hebert from the city. Catlin Schneider, he lives, about 25 minutes away. That'll be a good one.
Well, that will be a really good one for Brendan Botcher. Can control his own destiny by winning. But I'll tell you, Catlin Schneider's been playing really well. For Thomas Scoffin and his team from the Yukon, they take on the Carruthers team skipped by Brad Jacobs. Brad also is dialed in to want to win. James Grattan, not the week that he was wanting for, and same thing with Simmons, but they will go for pride. And then our feature game, it will be a doozy.
James's son Drew, though, got into play, a little bit of action, so a nice story there. It's time to meet the teams in our feature, brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how, and we begin with the team from Northern Ontario out of Thunder Bay, the Skip. Trevor Bonot at third, Mike McCarville second, Jordan Potts, and lead Curtis Bird. Team Manitoba out of the Fort Rouge Curling Club. It is the lead, Ryan Harnden. At second, Colton Lott. The third, BJ Neufeld. And at skip, Matt Dunstone. Before each and every game, there's that draw to the button, 2 stones delivered. And it was won this morning by Matt Dunstone. You can see, my goodness, 6.9 centimeters. That is fantastic. So Matt and company with Hammer. Northern Ontario will start things off. And Kathy, how rare is that? 6.9 centimeters. That's got to be one of the best numbers we've seen so far.
Well, that's terrific. That's not one stone. That's the combination of the total distance of 2 stones thrown. That is going to make a huge difference. And it really also tells you that your team has draw weight, and that is critical for a team like Dunstone.
Curtis Bird will kick things off. And Kathy, there's no tiebreaker games anymore with the format, but the tiebreakers, the first 2 are your head-to-head matchup, and then what we just showed you, those draw to the buttons all week long. So,
and we saw that at the Scotties, Brian, where you had a bunch of teams tied, and Caitlin Laws got herself in because of the draw to the button. It is a skill that is absolutely critical, and it's used at World Play. It's used at Olympics, and so it seems harsh to be eliminated on draw to the button, but that's just a reality of the sport.
it is the 15th Brier appearance for Ryan Harnden. What a run he had with Jacobs back in the day, the Brier 2013, the win in Edmonton a year later, gold medal in Sochi.
Grind, baby, grind. 14-8. 14-8, yeah.
And now a part of this Dunstone team that lost the final last year to Brad Gushu.
Being a bit tighter to start. Shoppy.
Sorry.
It was a heartbreaker last year for particularly Ryan. You've got a brother on the other team, and we've talked about that matchup, Kevin and Jamie Cooey. You definitely don't want to be playing your brother in an event that eliminates somebody, or in last year's case, the final.
Go a bit for tight.
Yep, yep.
Wait. Just past half.
Hard. Whoa, whoa. Yep, yep.
Touch center.
Whoa. Yep. Hard.
You know, Kathy, on the flip side of that, though, to win an Olympic gold medal with your brother, and you know, Ryan actually has the tattoo of one of those moments, the tattoo of him and EJ when they had that special championship run together in Sochi for Team Canada.
Yeah.
Good. Top 8.
Go ahead, then. Hard line.
Top 4.
Never off. Really gotta go. Never leave this, Colt.
Anchor to it.
Never leave this. Just go. Always Colt it.
Small bump.
Never leave this. Always Colt it.
Small bump.
Never leave this. Just go. Just go.
Great sweep, guys.
Well, that'll get the blood going first thing in the morning. Well swept.
Good sweep, guys. Good sweep. I just didn't get it running. Good sweep.
Good boy.
The Brier debut for Jordan Potts. There's been a ton of support in the building, a lot of support back in Thunder Bay. We've seen wife Sarah Potts compete many times at the Scotties with Krista McCarville, and her husband Mike is obviously the 3rd position here. So
Pretty light, George. Yeah, it looks
you
really
can hear
light.
the cheers from right across the country for this team. One of the great stories this year in Regina.
Hard. Bounce it, ready? What? Hard. Bounce it over. Oh, yeah.
And that, I think, is going to be one of the stories today, is the play of the front ends.
That fast?
It's carried it
I
pretty
don't
good
think it's
there.
too far off. I'd say 14-7 is going to be good.
14-7. I think 14-7.
Like a
couple feet more. Line's good.
Top board.
Colton Lott
Good
having
length of
a
line.
wonderful Brier. Earlier in the year,
Okay,
I
line's
think
good, rope.
a slight technical
Room.
issue was not
Room, guys.
as dominant in that position
four.
as we're
Cannot
used to
bounce on this
seeing.
line.
Such a great big weight hitter was just not able
Top
to
four. It's a
remove
curl. Hop on.
multiple
Go ahead.
stones. But at this Brier, this week in Regina, he has been solid.
No. Could have got it over. Shot
Okay, pretty good, Cole.
It is time, Kathy, for the keys to the game. Let's begin with Team Northern Ontario.
Well, the front part of this team needs to really perform.
Three-quarters.
They are tied for 11th and 15th
Field.
compared to the top 3 on Dunstone's side. That will really make a difference for Trevor Bonot, and he has made so many big shots this week, but he should not have to all the time. So looking for team support.
Curl! Hard! Get off there.
And we'll clip the Yellowstone in. Keys now for Team Dunstone, Kathy.
Well, we've just talked about him, and that is Colton Lott. He has really been dominant in the position that he's playing in, so that's going to help carry the day. And for Matt, he is a great hitter, wants to play that all the time, but sometimes the draw is the better shot.
Keys a lot.
Like
Look
that
at
one?
you go.
Okay.
Well done. Our final morning show.
Last time.
Keys to the game are brought to you by
that?
Purex Bathroom
He's gonna have a
Tissue.
nose
It's
double.
pure comfort.
Like trying to plant this in somehow?
Okay. Battery, just tap our top one a bit.
Well, he's still got the same shot, though, no?
I was thinking with the same turn.
I like staying in front of this pocket here.
Okay.
That here.
Well, Matt
Top
and Colton,
one,
that
wait.
wonderful relationship, Kathy, goes back to junior. They won 2 Canadian titles together, and that has to feel so comfortable having a guy like that in your back pocket on your team.
Well, they spent so much time together, and then when Braden Muscali was unable to play in the trials a couple of years ago, Matt made the call to Colton, who had really been focusing on mixed doubles with Kadriana a lot, his wife. And he came out of retirement from the men's game and started to play with Matt again. And then he has now stepped away from mixed doubles, feeling that it is too much to do both, and you wind up hurting the chances of your men's team. So his decision was just to play men's, but you are right. A long friendship goes a long way.
And Kathy, a 3-time medalist in that format at the Canadian Mixed Doubles Nationals. He lost a final to Anderson Gushu in the bubble. Walker and Kirk Myers back in the day as well, so great success in that format with his wife.
Saturn this.
Yeah, it's 2 calls I see.
I like that.
This could be pretty good. We can get here.
You got it.
Kathy, Dick Roeder just called. He already said, what a mess. You got
Yeah, it is a mess. This is very scary times for this Northern Ontario team. Looking for the double and roll back up.
Whoa!
The house.
Curl! Hard Kurt! Roll a bit.
Mike McCarville.
Okay.
Okay.
Not all bad.
I believe shot stone is Dunstone.
The angles are better.
He has played in a Brier before. Mike McCarville,
Think that's your
2014
shot.
at Kamloops.
Straight peel's pretty
Playing
good.
with Jeff Curry that year.
Feels very good.
That might be the call.
He might be able to make this triple-ish.
Well, let him try.
Straight peel.
Yeah, I love the street.
You're talking about Colton Lott stepping away. He did decide to throw a team together and play mixed doubles this year. They just, in fact, won the province and will be playing at the Nationals.
Just clean.
But now it's the end of this season. And I feel that those teams that didn't play throughout feel that they can. So congratulations and good luck to Colton and Kadriana.
Start again. Like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, I like guard. I like guard. Okay, speed's nice and fast, eh, boys? No regular speed.
Yeah. Halfway.
So trying to throw a guard back up there.
It's good. Halfway.
Whoa, line's good. Line's good. All by itself.
It's not
Whoa!
tight.
Lead it.
Oh,
Let it die, guys. Let it die. It's got to stop.
We're tight.
Got to stop.
Real tight. Sit.
Oh, right off. Got to sit. Off, Jordan.
Wow, that's 16-15 between the Hogs. That is quick.
Seem to come down a bit at the end, eh? It's good, Mike.
Go deep, eh?
Dead nose. Looks like a firm weight shot.
Okay.
Dead nose red goes onto
Like in or
yellow.
out?
It pops
Like
the
in.
red thrown by Mike McCarville, gets rid of that. And all of a sudden it would be one very lonely redstone.
Clean.
In his ninth
Clean.
Brier
Whoa.
appearance for BJ
Clean.
Neufeld,
Yeah.
a
Whoa.
champion in
Whoa, whoa,
2019,
whoa, whoa, girl.
undefeated that year with Kevin Cooey and Brandon. And he'll tickle those stones,
Okay, good.
opens things up front.
Hey.
I think it's pretty good, Beach.
That crop, yeah, it's the spot.
Move them around, even though there's
Speed
two
was
in
good
the
there, yeah.
4 foot.
I mean, if we get to here and tap, it's not the worst.
Yeah,
or
if you
drop,
just-
that's not bad. I'd rather be T-line than top 8, right?
Yeah, so we're in the corner. Speed's good. Let's go.
Is that a lot, or does that look close, right?
Let's go. I think that's good.
Hair less, maybe,
Okay.
Mike. Little
You
less.
might want to get rid of these stones. The problem is if you play this double, there's no question it's going to
block that
jam
corner,
on
yeah.
this red stone. So there's
Same as
no
Brier.
benefit for Trevor doing that.
Think we're
So
okay in this
instead,
spot,
I
or
think
we-
so.
looking to draw into this area so that if Matt
I'd rather
tries
be
to
T-line
remove
than
it,
top
he's going to remove at least one of his own as well.
I love this comment, Kathy. Earlier in the week, you talk about his leadership on this team. The media asking about him being a rookie skip and the nerves and what's going on. And he said, I'm not a rookie skip. I'm just playing at the Brier for the first time.
The difference.
He's got a lot of experience. He's representing Canada at the World Mixed Curling Championship, a silver medal back in 2017 in that format.
Yellow. Hard. Even stay on it.
Hard, right
Little
ahead.
red,
Good.
top 4.
I like it. Good.
And remember, Brad
I'd count
Jacobs
that other one.
with, you know, the likes of E.J. Harnden, Ryan Harnden, so dominant for so many years in Northern Ontario, so tough to get through. In the meantime, Kathy, update time will begin on Sheet B.
Well, an opportunity for Brendan Botcher to score 2 in this opening end, already lying 1. He's looking for full 12 foot.
Made 4 finals. Brendan Botcher broke through with a championship win in Calgary 2021.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Okay. 14-2.
A combined 12
We're gonna live
Brier
for him. We're
titles
gonna live.
on this
Good job,
Alberta
Botch.
team.
Good shots,
So
pal.
much experience, good draw weight, and 2 on the board against Catlin Schneider.
Is there a way you ever like?
I
know.
know.
Well, what if we just throw? What if we just throw the slider?
I like making sure these are gone. I like sitting
Yeah,
4
like
days line.
I'd like
Make
to.
it
I'd like
make
to sit 4 to 1 2. I think make
Yeah,
it make
I
something
want 'em
very
making
precise.
shots.
You agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Want
don't.
him
I
to
think
have
with
to
this, there's a good chance
Make-
you're sitting
we're in a
right
Yeah.
here.
Okay, so is it just that then?
Our yellow and maybe the red too coming
Okay.
back up.
I mean, let's
Yeah, you might
like
push the
this.
red up.
The problem
Yeah.
with this, if you ever nosed it,
Yeah,
you're
well,
really
it's
bad.
disaster, yeah.
So let's play the double.
Do you like firm right here?
Yeah, or even peel. I think you get more action.
Okay, peel right there.
Yeah, because I think you could get this. This could end up getting like up into here, maybe.
Yeah,
somewhere.
which would be great. Give me a fair bit of ice here, I think. Yeah.
Intern? It's like an intern or out?
So you play the double,
In or out?
Intern.
and you're hoping that
Gonna
in
throw
the
Peel
process
here.
of doing that, your stone that you're throwing will spin up a little bit and go there, and you might be able to tap this stone back at the same time. They're so grouped right now that for Matt, it's not about eliminating yellows or rather reds as much as moving stones around, getting rid of a couple, and if there's one lonely red stone without hammer, it would be very dangerous for Northern Ontario.
Hard.
In his 6th Brier
gotta go,
appearance,
Cole.
Matt Dunstone.
Hard, Cole. Hard, Cole.
Bang, bang, and look at the action on that yellow. My goodness.
Hard.
Those striking bands all the way up. And a Piter top 12 and a lonely red stone right now for Northern
I don't
Ontario.
think it's very bad. No.
Well, they knew it would spin up. I think it spun up more than they thought, just with the weight.
Pretty good.
Probably as good as anything.
And you heard them say whoa to Colton. You don't want that to go behind the corner guard
Wow.
because this stone may be what you run back for a mittful on your next.
Look at it curl though,
You
Kathy.
hit that.
right there, and it just
Maybe don't
finishes
give
and
us
it
one with.
stops their
Right,
top
we get
12.
here.
Good.
Here's better.
Right? That's fine.
Okay.
Right, so we're going for it right here.
Yep.
Give him a 2, eh?
These are the shots Mike McCarville talked about when the team has struggled and they needed their skipper. Trevor Bonot has found a
take away
way
every
this
shot
week to
before
throw a
except for
big
putting
one
second
at a
off.
critical time.
Well, it's a huge shot,
Side,
Matt.
4
Even
foot,
there's
sea
not a
line.
lot of tolerance on
Going
distance
wider,
if
so
you're
everything for weight.
The last one was
high.
pressure, so this
and you give a double. Trouble.
In the meantime, update again. Sheetsy, Kathy.
Well, you can see the real estate for James Grattan to be able to score is very small. He has called an aggressive game this week and left himself some very difficult shots.
Good line.
Needs the
Line's fine.
Montana button.
Had a chance to
Line's
chat
good.
with him and his
Line's
son
good.
this morning. They're big Montreal Canadiens fans. Trade deadline
nice.
coming up.
His son was wearing his Montreal shirt. Wanted a picture with you.
So cool to see him and Dad compete together. And Dad needs a good one here. Trying to limit the damage as this curls. And did they get it far enough?
They did not.
2.
So it is a steal of 2 for Newfoundland and Labrador. Trade deadline coming up. Busy day. And we know Pierre LeBrun's a big Northern Ontario fan. I know he's watching. Darren Dreger's a big fan
Say,
of
if anything,
curling
a
as
little
well.
on the
So
tight side.
our hockey
that?
guys keeping tabs on the curling.
Should be good.
Looks like a Darren's Manitoba boy.
Does that look good to you with board?
I think so.
Tiny bit fresh in here or pretty good?
It could be just a shade.
Yeah, I don't think much. Like I
With this
threw
broom,
this in
yeah, you
practice.
threw
and
the-
A great shot by Trevor Bonot in
is
this
definitely a
first
little bit of a
end.
straighter spot.
yeah, I don't.
There
think, I
is
think
a
you can
chance
trust
for
him.
2.
I just tried to throw the same amount.
Yeah. It's a good job, bud. Had it.
And so it's open for Matt. Looking to convert.
Just board.
A couple of bronze medals for Matt, 2020, 2021, the silver last year.
Girls.
Trying to get on top of the podium for the first time. Final stone, Colton Lott.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
Trying to carve this over
Okay, Colton.
and hold it, and he will. Matt Dunstone saying he finally feels he belongs on the big stage, and he's trying to make an impact, and he does here early in our feature. It's 2-0. It is the final day of round robin play and our final morning in Regina, Montana's Brier. Glad you're with us. Brian Mudrick, Kathy Gauthier, our entire crew, thank you for making us a part of your morning all week long. It's a 2-0 advantage for Team Manitoba Matt Dunstone. So here into Northern Ontario, Red Rocks with him.
Well, for Matt and his team, that's a great way to start. You have a great draw for the button, or to the button for hammer, and then you convert in the very first hand. And I would say for Northern Ontario, it's a bit of a win as well, because they were in lots of trouble without a couple of precise shots, including that from Mike McCarville and Trevor Bonot.
Go, 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 go. Gotta be deeper. Gotta be deeper. Hard, 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 hard.
Great brush to get
He
Curtis
really just
Bird's
rolled
rock,
that
top
one.
12.
Good shot.
The weight, sorry? Firm.
A blank on the board for Manitoba Carruthers, a team skipped by Brad Jacobs. Another team trying to win and qualify, get to 6 wins.
Whoa, whoa, curl.
Close.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Whoa.
Clean.
Yep.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep.
Colton Lott,
Oh, he just disappointed at the line call. He wanted to go straight back and leave 2 buried.
Oh, me too. Oh. I was with you.
Hard! Hard, Kurt. Ah!
Remember that little inset you saw? Just turned it over out of his hand.
You heard Trevor before he let it go.
Yeah.
They were on it right at the hog line.
Right to it. Whoa.
Good sweep it, Curtis.
Good save by Bird there.
Okay, sweep it.
It was right off the hop. Curtis was down and he was scrubbing.
Oh, that's a huge assist. Just got that going a little bit to get it by the guard. He is not shot stone,
Yeah.
but great brushing.
Yeah. That's good. It works.
Manitoba has been able to score a fair number of points every end. If you can get to 8, you're in really good shape. The points against, that is higher than you would expect from a team like Dunstone, and that's because earlier on in the week there were a fair number of steals, and that is not typical with what you see of this team.
Max ice.
A little bit straighter today.
Yeah. I think like the further you get out, the more it curls, but one.
All right, let's go. You got it.
A chance for a nose hit, make the both yellows go away, and you'll have split the house. And conversely, you have the points per game for Team Northern Ontario not scoring as much, but the points against are very different.
Good. Shot,
Jordan Potts with the double.
Well done.
There we go.
I don't know why you're shaking your head. It's a pretty good shot.
Wait.
A familiar face.
Yep.
Always a top competitor.
Whoa. Clean.
Over 100 games and counting. BJ Neufeld.
Clean. Clean. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
No.
Can't hit it till there behind the tee line, and it'll hang on.
Just that little bit extra. And for BJ, with those numbers of games, when you think about playing a round robin and having 8 games or 9 games, if you don't advance, that's a lot of Brier experience.
You can go. Line's good. Easy if you can.
Weight's good.
Line's fine.
Top 4.
Make it good, guys. Line's good. Top 8, guys.
Top
Top 8. Straight in. Always Curdy.
Lower top 8.
Always Kurt. Always Kurt.
We're
Right
max weight right
now.
now.
Then. Don't need any finish.
We're just
George, go, George.
Yeah,
Go,
first.
go.
Yeah, we're T.
Whoa.
For T.
Whoa.
Right on the pinhole.
Just that little bit deep. They wanted to make sure it curled over.
It's like a third. Like a third?
Yeah, thin third.
Right, Beach.
You like peel? Intern?
Yeah.
Looking for the double.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Oh, crap. Great, Beach.
Easy.
Back to Catlin Schneider, Brendan Bottcher on sheet B.
Well, Catlin made a really nice hit and roll underneath on his first, so Brendan must have made the run back to be lying 2. I think they had a discussion about whether to play the double and have decided that they're going to take one. This stone that is shot is open to Catlin from the hack.
Whoa, clean.
Catlin played university football here in Regina for the Rams.
Clean.
Says he's excited to be back at the skip position. Loves the responsibility and what comes with it. And he's going to be in a tough one all day long here versus Brendan Bottcher. We'll keep you up to date.
Well, teams trading opportunities.
I don't hate it.
It's just if he makes a good tap
Lock
on
it in
us,
there,
it's
no?
kind of
I
sitting
got you.
3 to
He's
1.
gonna come and bump it though.
Sliver low.
Just a sliver low.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the intern.
Yeah.
So, this is probably a harder run double than if they were stacked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like if you weren't dead and frozen and it's this way, this is.
Yeah.
So playing the run back. This is Matt's go-to.
Talk us through strategy, Kathy. So for viewers at home, they're thinking, you know, maybe that yellow's third shot stone. Could you not come down and tap the red, set up a pocket?
Yeah, absolutely you could. That could be one of your choices. But the risk is if you don't make it, there's a lot of red in play. So Matt does default to the run back to the big weight shot more often than not. This is his comfort. But 100% money, you could do that.
Close. Whoa, curl, please. Curl.
The old story, whatever you call, just make it. Matt Dunstone, run it back. 1-2, what a shot. And what do we know up here in the booth, Kathy? Outstanding from Dunstone.
That is why it's his go-to shot. He is so proficient at it.
Shot.
Loves the big weight
Can't
shot.
call line, but I can make a
I was
run
going to
back.
say that's how you call line, boys.
I'll tell you, calling line has been a challenge for a lot of teams
Just
this week.
full-blown buffoonery.
I don't know if that's a word.
Blind leading the blind out here.
Well, he's frustrated with some of his line calls, but the one thing he told me, Kathy, before the event, in junior,
Normal.
he said, you know, a shot's life or death, a loss is life or death. He's like, not anymore. He's a little bit older. He says perspective's better headspace as you grow. It's all part of maturing and growing up a little bit.
Well, it's big, Mike.
Full firm.
It is, and don't mistake that for him not being very intense.
Whoa, straight!
Straight. Close. Whoa.
Trevor Bonot, the hit, the roll, top 4. You know, Kathy, you mentioned his intensity and a cool story. I asked,
like it was
you
gonna
know,
take
Matt
off. I
who he
just didn't
looked up
want-
to,
You
you
know what,
know,
it's not
growing
my
up
control.
watching
I
curling.
like
And
it.
in Manitoba, there were so
Just
many
control
greats,
right
right?
there.
Gary Burtnick,
Vic Peters,
Jeff Stoughton, and he said Brad Jacobs. And his
Interesting.
reasoning was the fire that Brad Jacobs played with at the Brier, at the trials, and how Brad made curling
Just control,
cool.
I think speed
It
is
was
good.
exciting. He brought that element of that intensity, and he always remembered that, and he wanted to play with that kind of intensity. And when I talked to Brad about the compliment, he was so appreciative of hearing that and saying, we wanted to change the game. That was with intention. We wanted to make curling that more intense and bring in a little different dynamic to the men's game.
Well, and they certainly also brought in the huge fitness component. They
Wait,
were
Dee.
always in the gym and saying that they
Just
couldn't
control.
imagine not being. And you see that across the board now, the top teams. It's not enough to be able to throw. You have to be fit as well.
Trying to hold the shooter.
Yep.
And of course now Ryan Harnden, a part of that Jacobs team on his team, making a run here in
Count light,
Regina.
eh? Shade. Yeah. Is it-
Well, no
should have
double
been
off
good
the
speed.
yellows because of where that
very
red
close
stone
though,
is.
Matt.
And so this is the force.
Thought just the sliver square with it.
Square.
Yeah. Your weight's good.
Yeah.
It's
Needs 8 foot.
That's same as draw to the button.
All you boys, fast time.
Final stone in 2.
Need a good 8, guys. Need a good 8.
Potts and Bird have been on this the entire way. You need full 8 foot,
How about Trev?
and they've got it. Pretty clinical with his weight all week long. Trevor Bonot. 2-1. Dunstone leads, and it is Manitoba with Hammer when we come back to the Brent Center. Welcome back to our coverage here in Regina. The Montana's Brier. It is the final day of round-robin play. Critical games right across all 4 sheets here inside Brant Center. And Trevor Bonot, who's really locked in draw weight all week long, able to make the draw against 2 for a single. So here in 3, It is Team Manitoba with hammer up by 1 as Ryan Harnden settles into the hack.
Well, a great shot by Matt last end, but just the same face as we look at Trevor Bonot, whether he's winning or losing, and you don't have to look much further behind him on the bench to see Al Hackner, who also very much emulated that calm, collected.
Well, if he's the Iceman, then Trevor Bonot has to be Maverick, doesn't he? I mean, he has been rock solid so far this week.
Very good.
There's Ryan Harnden, the hit and roll. Update time, Kathy. Let's check in on sheet A.
Well, Thomas Goffin made a hit and got rid of a couple of yellow stones, moving them back. But there presents an opportunity, because those stones are moved back, for Brad Jacobs looking for the double for a mittful.
Big weight right down that line, and oh, bang. Wow, red's gone. Brad Jacobs, there's your mittful. 5 for Team Carruthers of Manitoba.
Nice, Cups.
Yeah.
And if they win that game, they are into the top 3. So it's exciting to finally get down to Thursday, Kathy, where the picture gets a little more clear.
Well, it does. There are still some teams that are hoping and praying for people to drop to get them in. But for Jacobs and his team, it's so nice to be in the driver's seat, to know that if you win, you're in.
Like you to
For Matt Dunstone, he needs to win, period.
push the tee here. Just gotta go.
Go, boys. Go. Come on.
Come on, Ryan.
Come on, you gotta keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Okay, good sweep. 15-4. Good shot. Never heavy.
Well done. Wanted to make sure that they were flat. No double, but there is the chance to roll in.
You saw the wonderful shot there from Brad Jacobs, resulting in that 5-0 advantage. Brendan Botcher 2-1 over Catlin Schneider. And Simmons, Newfoundland Labrador, 2-1 over New Brunswick Grad. And the shooter right there on the nose.
Every intern's different.
Yeah, struggle a bit today.
Control.
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 Wanting to stay right there, not looking for Colton to roll underneath. Want to keep some separation.
Good way. Clean. Clean. Yep.
Little firm.
Clean. Yep.
Weight's good.
Gotta go.
Really
Gotta go.
Hard.
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 So good.
Yep. Right here. Okay. Peel.
Yeah.
With the angle of those stones, looking for the double now, and to stay under that center guard.
Close. Whoa. Yes.
Mike McCarville 1, and just underneath he touches the yellow, and that shooter will spin out.
Just too thin.
You know, Mike is a teacher back home in Thunder Bay, and a lot of the kids are in the house here at the Brand Center. I think we heard from Krista McCarville as her class, also a teacher, was cheering on and watching. So curling school is in, and there's a lot of great signs and a lot of support for all these teams.
I like
Puppy.
Make win it all. Yeah, you bet. Mike McEwen.
These are great.
Middle room right now.
4 foot.
Well, you're on TV. There you go.
Check.
Top 4. Pushing tee.
That's great. I think Saskatchewan has done a great job of really encouraging the schools to come out. That's how you expose the sport to people that maybe haven't seen curling before or know anything about it.
Good.
Kathy, I wasn't all that, creative when I was a kid, but there's some pretty good signs in the crowd here.
That's Dunstone.
Let's go, Dunstone. There you go.
Great.
Matt Hatter go down.
Awesome.
Yeah. You're on TV. You got Alberta support, Northern Ontario, Team Botcher, BC.
Well, there's some young ladies that hopefully you will be a future Scotties curler.
Roll's good.
Curl! Curl! Whoa! Hard!
Oh, he's
And this time, Mike McCarville successful. Nice double. With the McCarville brooms, by the way, some of the players in Northern Ontario.
well done.
Wait. Yep. Yep. Really gotta go.
Gotta go.
Really gotta go.
This one is curling.
Hard!
Colton Lott trying to hold the line for BJ Neufeld. And the uh-oh behind the tee line, behind that center.
Maybe.
Yeah. We'll wait and see, bud. Okay. Yeah.
Not sure if BJ got that going a little bit, or the ice is still a little bit tricky this morning, trying to chart the paths.
Definitely not.
Throwing quiet weight, trying to get the little bit of a flip underneath.
Yup!
Just hack.
Yup! Hard line! Hard, guys! Hard! Gotta go hard, George! Come on.
This weight looks a little bit down, but Watts Bird trying to save it, and they cannot. We'll listen to what they have to say
He
here.
was looking for hack. He's very close to the right weight.
Yeah, just a little down.
So just saying a little soft. Didn't throw it crisp out of his hand.
Just gonna get past that, right?
Yeah, I was thinking you could probably afford to take a sliver less.
Okay, broom less is fine.
Intern.
It's a different path.
Do you like sticking with this out turn?
You know, last end I thought that it was a huge shot for Matt. First of all, he's playing a run back against two. This is his bread and butter shot, but more significant, we heard him very frustrated because of a couple of line calls. This not only spills the stones back, gets rid of two to lie to, that would lead to a force, but it also made him smile and relax this morning.
The key shot brought to you by BKT Tires, growing
I wouldn't
together.
take any more.
Okay. I think your speed will be okay.
Okay.
I think just a couple feet more than draw the button.
Yep.
He's been consistent.
Great statistic there, considering just his sixth Brier. 7-5 loss to Gushu last year in London.
Mine's good.
Mine's good. Tee. Mine's really good.
Top eight.
Right on the tee, guys. Mine's really good for tee line. Tee line. Mine's perfect.
We saw Matt in Regina back in 2018, the fourth rock thrower, a 6-5 record that year, the year that Gushu won.
Well, great brushing. That was from beginning to end, trying to make sure that they took it back
Hey, Matt.
for Colton and for Ryan. That's why he spent time in the gym.
I just didn't want to get an uber run like aggressive, and it holds that line, and it's great sweep, Pete.
Hey, buddy, you got this. Yeah, let's go.
Take a breath.
No, makes sense why.
Pardon me.
I love it. The front end is hyperventilating, trying to catch their breath, and the back end is like, yeah, well, they swept all right.
Whoa!
Big weight double.
Short a bit. Short a bit. Watch the roll, Curdy.
Big rotation,
Oh,
big
perfect.
weight. Trevor Bonot, and he'll nose hit. It's the draw for two for Matt Dunstone.
Don't rock.
Think just a broom less, Beach. I think I can give you that same slide, just be a little more on the ab, right? Is that what you want to see?
Yeah, just get it running better.
Yeah.
And I know as soon as I let it go, I was like, yeah, that's going to really work this. Didn't get the weight on it then either.
I'll think 60 for you.
55. 55.
So when Matt talks about an ad, watch as he comes out. So they said the same kick speed, so he's kicking out the same. And then watch as he goes to release. That's right there is the little bit of an ad. And last time he just kind of let it go, which meant that the brushers had to carry it. This, with that extension at the end, the rock will run better.
Need the yellow.
Yep.
Hear them say they could use a little bit of backing.
Boy, Matty.
Nice weight, Matt Dunstone.
Take that one off.
2 yellow.
And another 2 on the board. They've come out strong in a must-win situation, up 4-1.
Rachel Homan's last. Fleury getting ready. Fleury getting ready. Oh, goodness gracious, she got it!
Wow. Dominance. That was impressive. Homan was amazing.
It was impressive to watch.
They are definitely clicking this year.
Incredible. They're putting together a historical season.
They just looked like they weren't going to lose a game.
Last week, they just showed everyone who was boss.
She made those run backs with ease.
Run it back, Wilkes. Can you hold it? Got it? You bet you do, and stuffs it underneath.
Really incredible to watch them. That's one of the most elevated performances from start to finish.
She was on a serious heater. They've got a phenomenal team.
The poise and the confidence that team has right now.
Just think it's awesome for Canadian curling that they're going to be wearing the maple leaf.
Rachel and her team are amazing, especially with the addition of Tracy. I think that just made them even better.
Really proud of Tracy Fleury, Northern Ontario girl. Just keep the train rolling. You guys are playing great.
Go get them at the Worlds in Sydney. Good luck and take it home for Canada.
Good luck, Team Homan. Win the gold for Canada.
We'll be up there in Sydney cheering you on. Go Canada, go.
Good luck, Team Homan. You're going to destroy everybody there.
We know you can do it.
And a beautiful shot of Sydney, Nova Scotia. That is the site of the Women's Worlds, the BKT Tires World Championship. It all begins March 16th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I know it's International Women's Day tomorrow, but how about International Month for Rachel Homan? Let's go. And what an opener, Kathy. I mean, it doesn't get much better than Anna Hasselborg.
Well, no, Anna Hasselborg, of course, world champion, Olympic champion. And so for Rachel Homan, though, I loved all the shout-outs by the men in this field. It was such a dominant performance.
And we'll see these future Scotties curlers down the road. Let's go.
Love it.
Yeah, Rachel really took her game to another level. Her team, they were brilliant. Really excited, as you heard Brad say. Tracy Fleury wins her first Scotties after knocking on the door. So all the best to Rachel Homan and Team Canada. In the meantime, back to our feature. A 4-1 lead for Matt Dunstone.
Northern Ontario needs to make some noise this end. It's not going to be enough to be forced again. Those stones rolling over could definitely give you a chance to get buried behind there. But at some point, you'll have to contend with the two in the middle. And for Trevor Bonot, we talked about it. We could hear him talking to McCarville that the first one, he was just a little bit soft, and the second one, he just overthrew a little bit. And so he didn't miss the shots, he just didn't make them as good as he wanted to.
Got it, curl!
You gotta finish this.
Line's good for halfway.
So we gotta go wait.
Yep, never off.
Oh.
Come on, Beach.
Come on.
Come on, Beach.
Keep going.
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay, great sweep. Very good.
Update time, Kathy Botcher. Schneider, sheet B.
Well, I talked about how well Caitlin Schneider and the team were playing, but they are into steamroller territory with Brendan Botcher and his team this morning, already lying 3. This is a draw for 4.
That 5-1 record, their only loss to Trevor Bonot and Northern Ontario.
I liked it.
The head-to-heads obviously mean so much.
A little bit. Line's good. Line's good.
Botcher trying to get to win. number 6. And Kathy coming in, number 1 team in Canada, number 2 team in the world.
14-2.
And you talk to a lot of these players, they say the Botcher team the most consistent so far this year.
No question. If you look at their numbers and what they have done, they've shown up and they've qualified everywhere. They've won a lot. And when they haven't won, it's always been close games. They're not getting blown out of the water, and that speaks volumes about consistency.
Halfway.
Well, the right-hand side of the sheet with those guards is starting to be a bit problematic for Northern Ontario. For Trevor Bonot, he's made some wonderful shots, but he needs a way in on his last shot if he's going to score.
Half. Line's good.
Higher half. High half.
Where are we?
Halfway.
Halfway. Little room, let it work if you can.
Tight half. Halfway.
Line's good.
Side to right. You guys are
Line's
deeper.
good.
You guys are deeper.
It's got to curl a bit.
Just past the red. Beside it.
Whoa. Whoa. Go ahead, Cole. Yep. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Good.
Very good.
Shot beach.
One of the things that Matt talked about before the competition with me, he says the team culture dynamic is great on this team. It's their second season, obviously. But he did admit he'd be lying if he said he didn't think about that final and that loss almost each and every day. Came so close and it hurt, obviously. But he doesn't dwell on it. From a motivation standpoint, it might be the best thing that ever happened to this group. So we'll see how they digest that information here in Regina. There's the run back. Good.
That's much better.
That'll move things around, Kathy.
It sure does. It keeps one of your stones in there, even though there's a port they could get through, but the 4-foot area has opened up a bit.
And trying to help out the skipper, you know, that was one of Mike McCarville's comments that when they've struggled kind of middle lineup, lead second position, obviously Mike the third this week. Trevor's been able to bail them out, but now Trevor needs some help to have some easier shots with his final 2.
And that was the theme going into today's game. Was that Trevor Bonot's made some wonderful shots, but he cannot do them all the time. Needs some help.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
BJ right through the port, and again it's Dunstone line the 3.
Throw.
Well, you talked about Matt talking about last year. I don't know if you can lose a final of anything, Brian, a province, a country, the world, and not have that just hang over you for forever. I'm not over. It's 1995 World Final, Canadian Final in '94. I don't think about what I've won or what I won with the teams that I played with. You think about those opportunities that you let slip away.
Kurt! Whoa! Whoa! That was normal.
Sit.
Okay. Good shot, Mike.
It's not bad at all.
It's shot Stone.
It's hard to get shot buried, eh? Yeah, no, great shot.
Yeah.
It was just a little warmer, so it took off and surprised me.
Yeah, because I got out there too, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so just from that comment, still Trevor Bonot is not really sure
good here.
on the ice. And it has been different this week. It's changed.
Give you that 55-60.
Yeah.
But reading ice is a skill.
Same as what you've been giving us, Matt.
Yeah.
Great shot by Mike. You can see it's overrolled. No way for Matt to run his own stone through that port straight back. It would miss it. So forces the draw.
Little bit of room.
Right now.
T right now by itself.
Mine's good.
Roop.
All by itself.
Whoa there.
Roop.
Let it work. Always Colton draw.
It's heavy.
You can go.
Always Colton draw. Hard, Colt. You gotta go.
You gotta go.
You gotta go.
You're moving it.
Hard.
Colton, never off.
But with this buried, it is shot Stone. It is back button.
Try, Matt. I think it's pretty good.
Really good.
Not bad.
Like this millimeter pass.
Kind of nice that that depth is The depth is nice.
Yeah.
Just if anything that goes into this now, if he like,
is always into
always
that.
gonna
Yeah.
get rid of that.
It's always
I hate
safe.
the red, so.
The normal comment was just why it took off. I was surprised by it, not that I didn't hear it. Sorry. Freeze.
Yeah, let's lock it on, Trav. We got it.
Speed looks nice here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's draw the button paths perfect.
Weight's good.
Close for line, a little tight, guys. Yep.
It's going hard.
Weight's good. Gotta go.
So hard.
Gotta go, guys. Hard. Yeah.
Hard.
Crashing hard in the red.
Gotta get it by.
That's another tough one for Trevor Bonot.
I took off like way back there.
I know, I saw that. I don't know if I like that rock. That's happened once before.
I watched red stones on the sheet last night, and there was definitely a couple that were not matched.
Took off early.
I did something funny, Pat. I thought I seen it release and out, and then it curled right away.
I'm gonna go back to the 24, I think.
Okay.
Feet off for you?
Yeah, like I like the slide. I just thought you're a little aggressive.
Aggressive? Okay.
I like the kick.
Okay.
Top button,
Yeah.
top 4.
Yeah, by top 4.
Okay.
So advantage Matt Dunstone, an opportunity to put a lot of pressure on Northern Ontario.
You got room.
There still, eh?
T-line.
Well then.
You got room.
Line's good.
T. Definitely has to curl.
Way out there.
Where?
Top 4.
Whoa.
Top 4.
Line's good.
Top
Line's
4.
good.
Line's good. Always
down.
Colton's. Whoa.
You can go. Can't hurt it.
Yep.
Can't hurt it.
High. Whoa.
And Dunstone, top 4 lies 2-1, stone to come.
Yeah.
And it's got to go right down to that Montana's button now for Trevor Bonot.
Nice.
Precision.
Good call. It's a really late finish, eh?
Yeah, it holds for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, very good.
So you heard Trevor Cathy talk about a stone maybe moving it down the lineup. How much does this get in your head right now with a massive draw to come?
Well, it does, because you don't know whether you underthrew the last stone, whether it picked up something because they saw it jump, or whether it was the rock.
Put this on the T-line, guys.
Yeah.
He's made big shots all week long in Regina. He needs one here.
T. Okay, whoa.
Final
Line's
stone in
great.
4.
You have to go for line close.
Needs the Montana's button to pick up his single.
It's good.
Wait only.
Whoa.
No. Yep.
We're there. We're all there.
He's got a little bit of backing.
Good shot,
and
Trev.
he'll slide it right to the button for a single.
So good.
If you didn't know, it's Trevor Bonot. Clutch shot. He's down by 2. There is Curtis Bird, lead stones for Team Northern Ontario. Nice draw, Trevor Bonot. A 4-2 advantage for Dunstone, and he has hammer here at 5, throwing the yellow rocks.
Line's fine.
Well, you heard Trevor Bonot talk about the stones, and they're not all matched. That is part of the skill that is required as teams. Sometimes you look to players on your bench, your alternate or your coach, to scout what other people are throwing. And typically you would look at those teams, Gushu, Botcher, that you know are at the top of their game, and look at what they are selecting and try to replicate that. Trevor moving his stones around, because they're obviously concerned with one of them.
Line's good.
Not missing a whole lot.
T. Just
Line's
line.
good.
Top 4.
Line's great. Line's great.
Just line.
Line's great.
Top 4.
The T-line.
Whoa. No, you can't.
Line's good.
Top button.
You're just always watching this.
Okay, Pete. All right, a single rep for now, Colt.
Yep.
Okay, Jordan.
And that's a problem.
Wait,
We talked about the challenges
We're there.
with the front end, facing the high numbers from the opponents.
Easily, T. Plus.
Go stop.
The
It's
setup
heavy.
of the ends is so critical.
Whoa. Yeah.
And this one's got some speed and hanging out there as well, Kathy.
Sit. Okay, Mike, go. Okay, interesting.
$14.06. So they 14.5 to T.
Get on top again.
Got there.
Got there, guys.
Line's
It's
good.
all there. It's all there.
Just line.
Close line.
Weight's good.
We're there. Yeah. Hard line. Hard line.
Hard.
Hard. Hard. Gee.
Okay.
Hey. All right, let's make it.
Yeah.
Okay.
5, Rock.
Not really
Your
close
rock.
games
Yes,
across
yes.
the board. You can see Carruthers Hammer leading by 3. Great game for Botcher over BC, and Newfoundland Labrador up by 2 with Hammer as well on James Grattan on sheet C.
Well, you see that often. It starts to get lopsided. In the Botcher BC game, Catlin has to risk big. He can't afford to just take one, and sometimes you just dig a hole and keep on shoveling.
It's less.
It's really hard.
Top eight, not even. Pretty tight, just tight and hard.
Whoa.
So you saw Jordan a little heavy with his first, and this one will rub off that high guard.
Okay.
Jeb. I know what's going on.
I like this.
I would be interested to know if that was Trevor Bonot's rock. Often teams will give them to leads, often they give them to seconds.
Clean. Yep. Hard. Really hard. Really gotta go. Really gotta go.
So the Yellowstone clipped, the red now in the house, and it is Northern Ontario lying 2 and 3.
Can you get nose?
Okay. Kind of weight you like.
Hack.
Okay. I'm not making the double.
Trying to get to nose, even if you're able to open up the front
Okay, guys.
Yeah, let's go.
and roll to a corner. He'd love access to be able to freeze onto the shot stone right on the lid.
Yep.
It's close.
Hard. Whoa. Close. Curl. Hard.
Tap it back.
Come on, Mike.
Okay, Mike.
And spills that red a little bit. It is shot stone, Dunstone, back button.
It's okay, you've got something to work with.
Okay.
Not bad. Weight was close. It was gone if it didn't touch that thing, eh?
Yeah. I think your weight was high.
Sticking the other double. He makes this.
I think why is
Quarter.
So we're just gonna put it into the pile.
No.
Quarter up.
Pretty much impossible to get into the pile.
Okay.
So Matt looking to open up the front and also clip the stone on the right as you look at it.
Whoa.
Yep.
Clean. Yep.
Yes!
Hard.
Whoa!
And where does that red stop?
Wow.
Oh
It's
my.
not bad.
So right to the button.
I don't
Northern
know.
Ontario shot Stone.
That's what I was scared of.
Sure. I like that, yep.
If they nose our red, is it like they all go? Yes.
We're always playing this out turn one.
Okay, boys.
Yeah.
Into the side button one.
The one thing, Kathy, we've seen all week long, this Northern Ontario team never goes quietly. They don't quit.
No.
I think back to the game against Botcher.
Yep,
And, you know, Botcher,
whoa.
I think they were curling high percentages, had control of the game, but Northern Ontario was relentless and kept picking away.
Okay, Montana's.
It's got to sit.
Okay, it's above Montana.
Yeah, we're half.
It's got to really stop.
Sit.
Watch the rotation on the handle.
Okay,
You
Mike.
can see as it started to straighten, it just drifts to the side. That's where a really crisp release is needed.
Okay.
Three-quarters.
That's not bad, really. Good throw.
Yeah.
Run back time for BJ.
Trying to simplify things for his skip here in 5.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Curl. Whoa.
BJ Neufeld gets the red
Great
off
throw.
the button, and now shot stone belongs to Dunstone.
Oh, yeah, throw beach.
He wants his 2, eh? He knows he's making draws with the 2.
Obviously, Matt hoping that that one would go as well.
Awesome. Want your 2 for this one?
If he makes this good, we could probably just peel for one.
This one on, guys. Even if we
So planning ahead that your opponent is going to make the shot is a really great idea. Matt had 1 second left on the clock
Nice.
yesterday,
Yeah, I was
Matty,
watching
remember?
that.
Well, you were working it, so you had to.
Correct.
And so for Matt,
like it.
knowing what you're going to play is really important. So already thinking ahead so they don't spend a lot of time.
Right only.
You're assuming I watch all the games that I
Well,
broadcast?
yes.
Run it like it's warm.
It's T.
Well, the guys, line's good.
Back button.
Yep, line.
Walk it on, straight!
Hard, hold that line. Attaboy, Trev, beauty.
Trevor Bonot, another beauty for Northern Ontario. That is shot stone on the
That's
face
nice.
of that yellow.
Nice shot.
Good judge.
Kathy, I get asked a lot what happens if your time runs out. You don't actually lose
You
the
want to
game.
try and get this at
You have
all?
to have the stone delivered across
think
that
that'd be
back
good.
line,
The T line.
the T line, and then you just can't throw stones anymore, which
Right.
means your opposition continues to throw stone after stone
Without you.
and can
See where
hopefully
this guy goes.
figure it out.
Maybe a little thinner with the end.
Yeah. Think 2/3 with the end's going to be close. Yeah.
Well, Matt already talked about this. What are we going to do if it makes it good?
Try and catch that one on the side there.
So running it back at an angle. See if they can clip the red stone at the T line in the 8-foot.
Well, think back to his key shot. A beautiful run back earlier in the game.
Well, this is his shot.
Hello out at the same time right
Nah,
now.
I better, I guess, get up there. I might spring, eh?
Yeah.
There's a double mic there, one in the crowd, one on the ice.
It's close.
His first.
Yep. Whoa.
Here in 5, Matt Dunstone.
Hard.
Whoa.
Pretty close.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. How we score. Take a throw.
Really comes
I think
here,
he just
right?
gives us one, right?
Then this really comes here, doesn't it? Yeah, I like
He's
it.
got to be careful because he might.
Even if I'm here, Mike. Here's great too.
Is that a crazy call or what?
No, it's just as good. It doesn't. It's no different, right? As long as unless he can he do this?
That's the only thing is we end up here.
It's not great.
No, he gets it's a bunch.
Yeah.
It's 3 for him, right?
Yeah.
If we end up here, it's 3 for him.
Yeah, I know.
So that's no good. So is it worth the gamble to try to sit 2?
If this comes here, then this goes that way.
Yeah.
Okay. It's out of regard this and just leave him.
The guard might be the call.
Okay, and we want to guard
a real
the
tough
outside side, right? Just cross center?
No, I don't mind the guard. Guard's part of the call. Yeah, let's go.
His last one was like just back button.
So they initially talked about coming in here and maybe tapping this Yellowstone back a little bit to lie 2, but if your rock goes a little bit on this side, Matt would have,
if we ever cross it, it's really bad,
a run for a bonanza. And so instead of making it cute, they're just going to throw a guard, just the outside, and then Matt will have a difficult shot to score.
Kathy, how about though driving in that Yellowstone left by the Montana's barbecue and bar? You drive that in, don't all 3 go, and he could get maybe 4?
Are you talking about the guard in front of Montana's? Or
yeah, the guard just in front of Montana's left. If you drive that in, and this is a high guard by Trevor Bonot, isn't there a chance for a midful? Not 5, 4?
There could be, for sure. I think that's why Trevor wants the guard tighter to choke that off.
We'll see where this ends up.
We gotta let this thing die.
Montana's.
Let it die.
Whoa!
Let it stop.
Sit.
Set. Okay, good enough. Good.
Like the angle from that yellow on the left side, right by the Montanas.
You got this run back for $1 million.
You hit what you can see.
Can't give up steal at 2. Or can you just draw and chisel in?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's that, or I was seeing this.
That one maybe. The thing with the one on top of Montana's is you're still going to sandwich shots.
Not waste too much time. Like there's not really a shot. Like T-line, I can't make this draw.
Okay, let's
you
throw like
a little bit of a spinner. Like
you gotta throw probably like hack almost.
Okay. Trying to hit a quarter?
Just to the hack quarter, yep.
So Muddy's call that he was talking about was playing this.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is this stone is going nowhere. And so what he's trying to do is now chisel this stone into that area for the single. Really tough because from the hack, you cannot see a whole lot.
Minimum. More? Yeah.
But because of how much it curls, that looks like a huge port, but it is not. If he gets by, it will over curl.
The striking bands, Kathy, they are so lively. Sometimes you wonder with enough of a rocket release how much action you can get, but this is the out-turn final stone in 5, trying to slash in his own yellow.
Little solid. Whoa.
Please.
Close. Hips.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Curl.
Curl. Curl.
Colton Lott, curl it over, drive it in. Oh, it's close. Did he do it? Dunstone got it for 1. Unbelievable touch.
That is brilliant. He makes so many big weight shots, but what a finesse shot by Matt and a great line call by BJ.
You heard him say, Kathy, just moments ago, how am I going to score? Well, that's how you're going to score. A shot like this. Perfect. Little kiss, roll in.
Wow.
Unbelievable stuff from Matt Dunstone.
Gotta love the Brier.
Just enough, squeaks it in and picks up the single. He's got the poker face, but he also has the 3-point lead right now here in Regina.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By Home Hardware, here's how. By Scotties Facial Tissue, unleash the Scotties. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
The Brad Center, built back in the late 70s. It's hosted some wonderful championships over the years. This city alone, the 6th time Regina has hosted the Brier. The last time, 2018, that year won by Brad Gushue. He'll be in action later on this afternoon. In the meantime, really nice performance so far, Kathy, from Matt Dunstone.
Well, it's go time at this time of the week, and Matt is pulling out all stops. That run double was huge in 2 for Matt, and then that wizardry. Boy, that is such a difficult shot to see and to make. Just a great team shot, great brushing, great line calling. The numbers absolutely favor Matt Dunstone so far this morning.
After 5, brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. A lot of kids in the house. A little bit of a smile there from Matt. There you go. We'll step aside from Regina.
I'm 100 miles an hour now, burning up the spot until I reach a higher speed. I'm on fire, I'm on fire. Now I'm ready, set. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Now I'm ready, set. Whoa, yeah. Now I'm ready, set, go.
It is must-see TV. It is must-win TV as well. Our next draw, 17. Brad Gushue looking for his 6th title at 5-2. Aaron Sliczynski at 4-3, 3 Eastern time. As Vic, Russ, Joe, Kathy have you covered. Final day, round robin play, must-win game. Your standings. We know McEwen is in. 6-1 record. He has top spot in Pool B because of his head-to-head battles in that pool. In our group, we know that Bonot is trying to win and qualify as well. Dunstone does not want to drop to 3 losses. Oh, it's fun. Final day, round robin play. Back to our feature, and Kathy, some good fans here in attendance watching this morning, Thursday morning here at Brad Center. What, in your mind, was the degree of difficulty for that shot that Matt Dunstone just pulled off?
Oh, that's a 9.5 out of 10. You have to have the right weight. They hadn't thrown a lot of shots in that path, maybe a draw, but nothing of that in-between weight. So you're still trying to figure out what's the right broom. You have to have the right weight. You have to hit it at the right angle. Just a wonderful, wonderful shot by Matt.
14-6. Very nice, Colt.
Well, for Brad Jacobs, taking a 5 makes such a huge difference in that game. A long way back for Thomas Scoffin. The pressure that Botcher has put against Schneider. Schneider's such a strong team coming in, has been chasing since the outset. The back end for New Brunswick, the numbers are low, not the week that James Grattan was hoping for. And for Andrew Simmons, he has had such great draw weight. He is always a factor in his games that he's played.
Job well done, Kathy, and we will keep you up to date all morning long. Always interesting this time of the week. Top 3 from each pool will qualify and move on with a chance to be Team Canada in Switzerland beginning March 30th.
When you saw I had put lower numbers for the Northern Ontario team, this is one of their lowest games throughout the week at all positions. And so part of that is just struggling early. We heard Trevor Bonot say maybe his rocks weren't matched. He did change that up. But also it is credit to his opponent. Those 2 highlight reel shots by Matt, the run back double, and then the chip over for the single. Both of those ends, Northern Ontario was set up.
Happy, Matt. Girl.
Wait's close. Wait's close. Okay. 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 Wait.
Little top on this.
Yeah.
You see Northern Ontario, the 2 corner guards. Some stones to play with here in the house for Trevor Bonot.
T-line, I think you said.
And that's great for Northern Ontario. The fact that there are 3 Manitoba stones is really not a concern for Trevor. He can freeze into the pocket, which is the call right now.
And And this is where you need your support, Kathy, down the lineup. Make a couple pistols right now for your skip.
That's a
One good shot leads to 2.
Back 12. Back 12. Oh, Mike. Gotta go.
Trying to carve this over.
Hard.
Hard. Get to it.
Whoa. Roll it, Mike.
Go on it hard.
Okay.
Just that weight.
100%. Just take 2 feet off or 3 feet off.
No, I don't know if you do.
Okay.
I think you just throw it normal.
Okay.
Because I just got rid of it.
Oh, okay.
So he
That's the
is
trouble
throwing
stone.
the stones. So they say sometimes teams give it to the lead, but often they'll give it to the second.
Wait.
Don't tend to see the discrepancies as much if you're throwing any weight, but unfortunately in that case it was a draw.
Any roll's great. Good.
EJ the hit, and now it is 4 in the rings here for Dunstone without Hammer here in 6.
Right in that pocket.
But some stones to play with. There's the pocket, there's the broom down.
Over there, eh? The way those. Yeah.
Okay, boys. Speed's right up here too, eh?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
See you
Line's
later.
good.
Top 4.
We'll go then. Hard. Hard, boys. Line good.
Line's great.
Where are we?
Wade's gotta go. We gotta go.
Hard.
Line's good, but they gotta bring it. So Bird and Potts starting to work here. They got the pocket if they can get the stone there. No lack of effort on that shot. Well done.
Great brush.
I didn't think it moved, but okay.
Just being really honest that he touched the stone. It's a stationary stone. They can just move it back.
Hard, Curdy. Push. Really good.
Just head down for Curtis and Jordan.
Top 4.
Hard. Go. Hard.
Great effort.
Yeah, you can lean on those brooms too, Kathy, when you need a little self timeout.
Yep, heavy hack. Yep. Hack. Hard.
BJ playing down to that pocket of stones.
Clean. A little heavy.
Trying to create some space so that they can remove it.
Yes. Curl. Whoa. Pretty good. Great shot. It's really good.
Nice.
Okay.
Freeze for now.
You guys like that same weight here with this path, probably, eh?
Hair more still.
Still want to hair more? Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll be nudging it, but it's not bad.
Yeah. Top 4.
Okay, line's good.
Line's good.
Again. Whoa!
We're gonna have to go.
Yeah, guys,
Top
looks
8.
like lots. Line's good.
Top 4.
Lock it on, guys. Line's good. Yep.
Top 4.
Hardcore.
All right, keep going. Gotta go, bud. Go.
Hard. Keep it
We're
moving.
to it.
Gotta
T.
go.
T.
Gotta go. Keep it moving.
Man, the weight
okay.
was so close, just getting the line and weight perfect.
Jeez, my whole turn's just curling, eh?
Back to backers, eh?
It's that time of the week.
Well, you heard Mike say to him, can I throw the same? And they were like, no.
I mean, if that goes into there, great.
No, you cannot.
Oh, you've
I
lived
don't
it,
mind
Kathy.
that.
Oh, I have.
It was
Yeah.
your bread
Just
and butter,
gotta make
that
sure
front
this
end.
goes right.
When you want to make a difference, you want to be that
Back into here.
Especially with the end. If
twosome
you fill
that
the end, this is going to fly.
do drag rocks, but it can be tough if it's back to
You don't
back.
like this one at all? Like, what's he do? What's he do if I just plant this? That's
Probably
gone.
freezes.
absolutely
That's
he does.
Probably a deuce.
Then if I get this freezes, then we're blasting again, right?
I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all.
It's like a
third. Do you like it?
It's either that or he knows it. Sliver high?
Yeah, like sliver high, sure. I think that might be smarter.
I just kind of see it going here.
Sliver high, maybe try and get both of them rolling in.
Is that Sully?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Kind of got options.
Intern peel. This won't do a thing.
Are we playing?
Well, they know that these are the stones that Northern Ontario is going to try to freeze in front of. And so for Matt, he wants to come down, hit this stone on the nose. We'll move some of these stones out. But the key for Matt
Shade high.
is to
Shade
roll
high, get
into
shooter
this
rolling into the
area
button.
so that the freeze becomes much more difficult if it's even there.
Skip stones here in 6. Matt Dunstone.
Skip.
The high hard one. Intern with his first.
Yeah! Fine, gotta go.
Dunstone. And the yellow jiggles in.
Very nice.
That hit.
So it is Manitoba lying the 2 here without in 6.
And the key here was to roll to the center to take away the freeze.
Probably on
Air
the
lower.
nose with the outturn, I bet you is.
Yeah.
It gets up on the red. Pretty good. I mean, he has to be really precise.
Yeah. We're always going to be
He's
shots here.
If he's a shade on either side, well, especially if he's a shade low,
Yeah.
it's no good for him.
Okay. And hope that this yellow stays in the way a little.
Yeah, sliver high then, right? Because if he knows and bounces off at all, he just slashes and gets 2 reds gone.
You want to be on this side, you mean?
But then it gives us an easy one, I guess. Is that I'm just thinking this is sliver high, I think, with that.
A little this side.
Yeah, kind of what you like throwing.
We can throw whatever. Bumper?
Sure, whatever you want to do. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Does that look like a lot?
You just can't
Sorry,
give
does
them
that look like a lot of ice? That looks like a sliver on the...
Yeah.
That's a hair less, yeah.
So come down, go across the face a little bit, scatter those 2 yellow
This
stones.
bumper. We got to move that back one, so...
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
We throw a hack, but I think bumper just runs a little more.
Yeah, no, it's easier to control it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Slivered, Curtis's side.
Yeah.
So just want to cross the face of the
Bump.
stone to
Oh,
move both of those
here,
yellows
big.
out of the forefoot.
Kurt, you gotta go. You really gotta go, Kurt. You got lots of weight, eh? Hard, Kurt, right to it. Hard, sit red.
I think just more weight than they anticipated.
Trevor's maybe reading some line from Matt Dunstone's team,
Little
who
big.
are tuckers, and they get more movement with
And just that outward
some
throw.
of the stones. And the set is not working for him.
That might be the shot.
Only other shot is this. It's kind of what I was thinking at first.
Brendan Botcher delivering here on sheet B.
Well, trying to make both BC stones go away.
Ben Hebert, the scrub.
Oh, just misses.
And it will be that 1 BC stone.
Good sweep.
So 8-3 after 6.
So then I think, okay. Normal right there.
Okay.
Right there.
I like that.
Try and hit 3/4 even.
Yeah.
Well, this is about making both
I like
reds
this.
go
Normal
away.
weight?
You
Yeah,
hit
whatever
on
weight,
the
really.
broom side,
Normal.
the red one right behind it goes, and your shooter rolls
We're gonna
towards
lose
the
our
biter.
button one, but we're going to keep the shooter over here. It's fine.
Make this, and the force is on in 6.
Wait.
Easy.
Clean. Whoa.
Whoa.
Curl.
Curl. Straight! Yeah, straight. Straight!
Good.
So it will be the draw, or you could play the bump if you wanted. Got some backing.
He's playing the straight draw.
Just really safe with it.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably max ice.
Yeah.
To hit 3/4.
Yeah. Safe throw.
Throw it in for you.
In a 5-2 lead, final stone. In 6 here, Trevor Bonot.
Back 4.
Wants that Montana's button. He's got some backing.
Can we have those yellows? We're back 8. We need some.
Curl!
Might need to chafe off that yellow, top 8.
Go hard, Kurt, right to it. You're good. Just go right to it. Good shot, Trev.
But a nice job
Good
as
job, buddy.
Bird curls it over on the nose and a single for Northern Ontario. It is 5-3, Matt Dunstone and Manitoba with hammer when we return to Regina. A shot of downtown Regina where the weather is supposed to heat up, get a little bit warmer here as we get to Friday and Saturday. A lot of snow the last few days, Kathy. It's been chilly.
It has.
But the volunteers, the support, and all the fans here made us feel right at home. And the kids are in the house here at Grant Center. Kids young and old are watching our curling coverage, and these athletes on the ice all vying to be Team Canada for the upcoming World Championship in Switzerland. There you go, St. Mary's curling. A lot of signs and creative signs that we see across the rink on this Thursday morning. Our feature game this morning, Northern Ontario and Manitoba Dunstone. And it was the shot for one for Trevor Bonot. So down by 2, Dunstone again with hammer here in 7th, throwing the yellow rocks.
Oh, that was a huge shot for Trevor Bonot. Needed to make that, to try to flip things around. Will look to steal or force to the single. But for the Northern Ontario team, have not been able to convert with last rock and score a deuce, and they will need to, and they will need to do that soon.
Back 4. Back 4. Whoa.
Yeah, we're back.
Close, yeah!
Hard, Becky!
Hard!
Hard!
Hard! Mike! Shot.
Kathy, please update us on New Brunswick, Newfoundland, Labrador.
Well, that yellow stone that is frozen, that is shot, was the final stone thrown by Andrew Simmons, coming way outside and warping in to freeze. So for James, he's trying to get as tight to the guards as he can, get as much of the stone as he can to push it back. The potential is 3.
Saw Colton Lott, the peel in our feature.
Right to it!
Oh, the yellow, how far can they push it? Pretty good shot.
Looks just 2. It's between that one and the yellow one, but I do believe it's 2.
2 red.
2 red, thank you very much for the confirmation. James Grattan trying to pick up his first win here in Regina.
Back 12?
Whoa, back 12, we gotta go. Whoa.
Sit 7.
Okay. It's good.
Got our shooter to a good spot, though.
Yeah.
Rocks in play is terrific for Northern Ontario. Not going to worry about who shot yet.
It's always taking our top.
Yeah.
Okay. Can play it.
Yeah, that's fine. It's probably the call.
What?
That's probably the call.
You're always just taking this off.
Oh, really?
Just to the hash.
We've shown you a lot of the school kids today. It is a very, very noisy building, and conversations up and down the ice are really hard to hear.
Clean. Whoa. Heavy hack. Clean.
Easy.
Clean. Heavy. Whoa. On the board.
Curl.
Curl. Keep going, Pete. A lot of weight.
Hey, good shot.
Well, there are massive numbers of students in the upper decks all around this building.
Yeah, a shooter might be able to use it. Eh? Okay. You like bumper?
But they're not quiet.
Half her off. Bumper, eh? Yeah.
And we encourage them to be even noisier.
I was trying to remember, Kathy, you know, the first Brier or Scotties that I went to, and I can't. It's been so long ago. I'm trying to remember. I remember the first one broadcasting, 2009 Victoria. I grew up in a little town in northern Alberta, a little 3-sheeter.
Yep.
And really, I mean, you just remember as a kid, though, going to the curling rink in a small town, it was the place to be. And a lot of great memories growing up.
For 17 years, I lived just outside of Winnipeg in a town called Lorette, and very much an elevator and a 3-sheet curling club, and that's your community.
That's the truth, right?
And that's where you get together and you meet, and the bonspiels are huge, and everybody brings food.
Yeah, I think that's good.
It's a very important part of a fabric of a rural community. So time to blast.
Clean. Clean.
Oh, they like the morning.
Yep. Good.
Had great success on their morning games so far.
Well, we're undefeated, Kathy.
We are.
Just saying.
Absolutely.
Sorry about that, Phil, Maddie.
Hey, no,
Yep.
To generate any offense without any guards, and so asking Mike to throw a guard.
Line's good.
And Matt will continue to run
line's good.
those guards. At some point, Trevor Bonot will play a tap into those two yellow stones, but he's going to be patient for right now.
Right off, Jordan.
Set.
Shot, Mike.
Good.
Clean.
Clean.
So, Kathy, later tonight, Dunstone will wrap up with Newfoundland, Labrador, and Northern Ontario will finish their round robin versus Yukon.
Yeah, we want to move it.
I've been giving us 4 first.
Yeah.
Well, and no disrespect to either of those teams, but if you just look at the wins and losses, it just reinforces how huge this game is.
Like if it's
That head-to-head, it's so critical.
I mean, it catches it.
Right in the nose. Tap it to freeze.
Okay.
Like corner freeze that top 4 one of theirs.
Okay.
I mean, if we freeze the button one, that's fine too, but 2 feet straight back.
Okay.
T-line weight.
Okay.
I was like heavy last time.
You were here.
I knew that, but I was telling myself not to do it. So the straight draw.
That was cool.
So that's just a little bit of a technical cue that he's giving himself, that he wasn't trying to throw, or he's not trying to throw to raise it. He's thinking about throwing T-line weight.
Hard line.
Just T.
Hard line. Hard, guys, gotta go.
Well, that's delivered. Kathy, Botcher, Schneider, sheet B.
Well, we saw Brendan's attempted double last end, only got one and gave up that steal. Opportunity again for a double. Catlin and his team lie 2, looking for the double, but to score 2.
You see Trevor in our feature sheet, the little tap, so there is a little pocket there. for that red stone. Shot stone still belongs to Dunstone. And Botcher delivers here on sheet B.
Curl.
Bang, bang, and the action right through. So the single red.
He came very close to that guard.
Leading by 7 after 7. Make that 6. Math was not my forte.
Right in the nose.
Get clean. Whoa, get.
Yep.
Hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
Trying to eliminate.
Good. It's good, Matt.
Good, Matt. I think it's pretty good. Yeah. Nice to get rid of that.
Well, you get rid of that backing, you might think, oh, gee, he got rid of one of his own, but that's the only stone that Trevor had to tap it to.
If we ever cross it a little, and if we could get this back here.
Try to roll bold. We give that run. He's going to give that run double, but.
I mean, we got to have him miss something.
Yeah.
Let's have a chance, right? I mean, we can play the blank.
I don't know about like that right now. Do we ever think of guarding shot? We're shot, right?
Yeah, just guard it.
Shot rock.
Really tight. Then he just runs it.
He runs our rock back, eh?
For 2.
Pretty easy one. Do we have to be? It has to be tight because he's gonna have a hack waiter on it otherwise, right? I don't know.
We can play this to give him the blank.
I know. I wish there was more separation because it'd be great to hit and roll the bolt to center, but he just.
Well, no, we can, but I want to play it like at least bumper to try and get this one back here.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I like that call.
I like it.
But you are Trevor Bonot, so.
Yeah, right.
Let's do it.
That's awesome.
That's wonderful.
Bumper?
Yeah.
You want to cross? Just a bit.
Just cross it a hair.
Yeah.
So crossing it a hair. So this stone will go there. This red stone will come back there. And you will be sitting right there. They talked about the consideration of throwing a guard. The problem is if you throw a guard and you're making it tight, Matt Dunstone will run that back, and that they know his strength.
Yes.
So bumperish, hack weight, move stones around. It's not about moving the yellows out. It's about moving them around.
Wait's good. I like it.
Close. Whoa! Close. Whoa! Yeah! Yes!
Hard.
Hard! You gotta go. Real hard. Hard, guys.
Bird trying to hold this
hard,
one.
Hard.
Curling up. And a tap. And where do the Reds go?
Well,
they'll lie 2. Can you make the double and hold the shooter?
If he plays the run, I don't know if he can see enough.
Not bad.
Oh, yes, he can.
Just by that yellow.
Just hit it earlier. Good throw, man.
Just rolled that little bit too far out in the open.
Had to try, I think.
I agree with you. Just off nose.
So is this just the double for 1, Kath? Can you hold this shooter?
Yes, you can.
You can, okay.
Yep. Gotta go.
Hard. Hard.
Final stone 7 at Dunstone. Boom, boom. And it will be the single.
It was a lot more weight than I thought he was going to throw, but he got the single.
Shot, Meg.
I'm very happy with that throw.
But in control, up by 3 after 7. Ryan Harnden delivering lead stones for Team Manitoba, his first in the 8-foot. His second on the way. Our feature is Dunstone versus Bonot, and a 3-point advantage. So it is the team from Thunder Bay, Northern Ontario with Hammer, with play underway here in 8.
Always take more ice. Rock curls.
Okay, you heard under his breath, always take more ice. That rock curls. Team doing a very good job of charting. Great numbers. Great numbers for both leads. And that was one of the stories coming in for Curtis Bird and Jordan Potts. Were down the standings 11 and 15th compared to second
Jordan,
and third.
go, Jordan.
But Curtis has absolutely held his
Back
own
4
this morning.
goals, maybe more than that. Go. Back 8 almost. Really gotta go. Come on, get that going, Jordan. Okay, okay, good, bud. Okay.
I gotta steal one of these.
Or do you think you can get to nose?
It's pretty. It has to curl a little bit past the guard.
Like just through. Tick off the guard and in is great.
Yeah.
Well, there's a really good angle for what you can see.
Just through.
Just through.
So quiet weight, and you hear Matt saying the tolerance is to tick the guard, not go by the outside or to tick it behind. And so it's weight sensitive for Colton.
Back line. Whoa, just back line. Please. Yep. Gotta go. Whoa, weight's good. Whoa, just back line. Clean, yep. Back 12. Hard! If that. Hard!
Come on.
Hard!
Come on.
You gotta go in the red. You gotta go in the red. You gotta go in the red.
Wow, actually over curled a little bit.
But, you know, it's so much support for family and friends. Matt talked about how important that is. That's Dale Lott on the right with the weird binoculars and Flo beside him. That's Colton's mom and dad.
What do you like?
Kadriana, his wife, the blonde hair.
And to the right of her, that's Ryan's wife, Jasmine, as well.
Okay, well done, thank.
Lots of support.
Yeah, it looks like that rock's just about top 4, full top 4.
And the Neufelds. Vic Peters' teammate for so many years, Brier champion. Now having a chance to support his son, BJ.
Top 8. Wade's close. Line's great.
Let it work a bit.
Where? Pretty good.
It looks a little
Just top
light.
8. I think we gotta go.
Line's nice.
Oh, yes.
Line's good.
Gotta go.
Wade's good.
Gotta go. Gotta go line. Hard.
Hard, guys, you got it.
Hey, line's great. We're to
Line's
it.
good.
Wade's
Well
Whoa,
done,
whoa,
Vic.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Sit.
Attaboy, Jordan.
Bounce.
Shot, buddy. Attaboy. Shot, Jordan. Beauty, guys.
You know, Kathy, you mentioned the great Vic Peters. It is so hard to make the Brier. Well, it is so tough to win the Brier, especially as a rookie at this event.
It's unbelievable. You come into this event, and yes, you've been a curler, and yes, you've achieved at a high level, but the Brier is very special, and to deal with all of the extra things and to win in your first outing is incredibly special.
Apparently, Manitoba and Alberta, it's easy, but it's the slash in.
Oh, wow.
Great shot, Cole.
Great shot. Attaboy.
Colton Lott.
Like Cole, man.
But we mentioned there Manitoba and Alberta, and the one thing I guess we can speak to, it is so tough to get out of those provinces. So when you finally do, you have been battle tested against some wonderful teams and skips. So when you make it through, I mean, you think of Kevin Cooey, it was Kevin Martin, it was Randy Furby for years. So when you do finally break out, you would have played some top level teams at a high level in your province.
And the current day example I give of that is Aaron Sluchinski. He's been trying to get out of Alberta for years, got so close for years, but he's dealing with Kevin Cooey and Brendan Botcher. And so one of the things I really like about the new system where teams that have points and succeed get through is that if you're really one of the best in the country, then you should be here. And you should not be penalized because you happen to live in a place where other great teams are.
And remember, Kevin Cooey was 35 years old, so he battle tested as a rookie that year. It's like the old Sergei Makarov in the NHL Rookie of the Year. But it's incredible. And you can see Colton's having a very nice morning of curling and has the edge by quite a bit on pots.
At the end of the season, one more event after this, the 3 top teams in terms of points will be awarded spots in the Scotties next year in Thunder Bay and the Brier. And so those teams can then plan their season to try to peak this week, as Matt had the chance to do this year.
So the 3 teams that qualified, so it's CTRS points, Kathy, the Canadian team ranking system. It was Cooey, Dunstone, and Botcher this year.
I think it's air quicker.
Speaking of Botcher, he's facing Schneider, Kathy Sheetby.
Well, and Schneider is in a lot of trouble. You can see that it is 5 that he faces, needs to get to the forefoot or the button in order to score. And I don't know that Catlin's had a horrible outing, but they gave up a 4 in the third end. That put them in a 6-1 situation, and then you just have to risk it all.
You see in our feature, Dunstone trying to bring Bonot back to 2 losses.
Should be here.
Botcher trying to get to win number 6. Catlin Schneider, very nice draw weight, but it will be handshakes regardless. So Schneider is officially eliminated, the young man who's just from outside of Regina, where he calls home. He battled hard. He had some wonderful games, but just not the week he was looking for. And for Ben Hebert, who's a Regina guy originally, 6-1 record now for Brendan Botcher. And that is huge.
I'm sure that Catlin loved every minute of this week. He had so much support here, Muddy, and that is part of the Brier. Playing in a province where you live and where your family and friends can come see you, that's also very special.
Gotta go, Cole. Keep going. Keep going. Shot.
Wait.
Back button, back 4. Okay. T-line back 4, guys.
Okay, let's go.
Trying to use those stones.
And just that middle of the lineup, Kathy, right?
Way deep in the hole.
Edge to Team Dunstone.
And it goes through the line. We saw that was a great day for Curtis, but then as Jordan starts to get outplayed and Mike gets outplayed, the degree of difficulty for Trevor just becomes higher.
Hard!
It's good.
Back gotta go, line!
T.
Hard! Hard, whoa!
T back 4.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Sit.
Want to sit for shot Stone. And yeah, that glided too far.
Guys, why are we sweeping that?
Yeah, just some frustration there for Northern Ontario.
Well, and they didn't need to, because if they don't sweep it, corner freezes on that other stone.
Oh, I knew that was more weight than that. Why are they sweeping that?
Are we 2?
We've been seeing.
It's close.
Don't know if you are.
Okay, full 8. Bite the floor, maybe. Okay.
You know what's cool, Kathy, what you didn't see on the cameras there. You know, Mike's frustrated. He vents a little bit. And Trevor just looks over, waits for him to get it out, gives him a little fist pump. It's all good.
That might be good breeze. We got lots of rocks in play, so that helps.
Impressive.
Okay.
Do you need more?
No, that's good. Think 15 to tee here? Yeah.
Quick ice conditions. And they have been. Just props to Greg Owasco and his ice crew. Even when they textured the stones, one of their biggest objectives was to keep draw weight the same, so that as players adjusted to where do we put the broom, they didn't have to worry about speed, that it would be similar. And they've done a terrific job of that.
All there.
T.
You can let it stop.
It needs to come down.
T on its own.
No.
Top 4. T on. We're still T. We're still T. Yep.
Still T.
Still T.
No.
Came out.
Player comparisons are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada and Dunstone, 89%. Bonot has been brilliant, Kathy, all week long, but Matt, you saw the run back, you saw that gentle kind of touch slash to the button for a single, and it's been really fun to watch.
Well, the range for Matt this week has been 84 to 90, so he has stayed the same. But for Trevor, this is his lowest game of the week, and that is not what you want on the final day of round-robin play.
That top one's so automatic that it goes out that you gotta dead weld the back one.
And as we told you, the final game, Catlin Schneider
you guys carried that
in his hometown. He told me his company bought a box. There was a lot of friends and family and support. A lot of his football buddies were coming down from across the province of Saskatchewan to cheer him on, and we tip our cap, and a great week for Catlin Schneider and his team.
Back four.
Yeah.
Okay, line might be a little tight. Where are we?
Back four.
Well,
Back
this
eight.
thing, guys, right here.
Back eight.
Go ball.
Oh, line's good.
Right now.
Playing
Line's
the
good.
freeze.
Yep, Kurt, straight.
Back 12.
In that little pocket, and that is second shot Stone.
Just a little hot and you couldn't go.
Where to be?
A little hot and you couldn't go. Sorry.
No, it's.
Just freeze that.
Yeah. Same ice. Yeah, you're like here, man.
Just freeze ours.
Yeah.
Not shot.
Any sort of runs, all getting flown back into those reds.
Yeah.
So Matt freezing their own, trying to lie too, knowing that
Take like 4
anything
feet
that
off for
Trevor
you?
does, everything
Yeah,
goes
no.
straight back
Yeah.
into the reds. So this is about forcing Trevor to take one here in 8.
Top
Line's
four.
good.
Little room, guys. Toppy.
Line's
Line's
good.
good. Top four. Top 8.
Line's good for the freeze.
Line's great for the freeze.
Hard line.
Hard, guys. Line's great. Just go.
Yep, line's great.
Hard, guys. Hard. Keep going. Come on, Cole.
Hard,
Come
guys.
on, Cole. Go.
Hard, guys.
Go, 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 go.
Big drag, and I believe they lie too.
They do.
Shot, Maddie.
It's fun to play in the Brier, but Kathy, when you're from Regina
Beautifully done.
and you're playing in your hometown, it's special for both these guys. Ben Hebert on the right, Catlin Schneider on the left, and they both talked about how cool this vibe would be. And as advertised, Regina's been awesome.
Well, you are a superstar in your own city or your own province. 2 homegrown heroes.
The run back by that still. No, but what he's saying is if I ever play this and it goes off of that and it could punch that in.
Your shooter stays?
Yeah, like even with like control. It's overburied, I think, eh?
Yeah, you got to hit that thing so thin to get.
No, we're not
How
doing
much
that.
can you see of that
We're
top
trying
yellow?
to get this rock to plant it there.
Oh yeah.
This into that, back into that.
Oh, I see it. Okay, I see that. Your shooter in this 4 counts.
Yeah, like if it ever comes off and then pushes that way. You know what I mean?
Yep. I see what you're talking about. So where's it?
I don't know. I gotta see how much I can see. I got lots.
It's got to be able to hit it across the top.
I just don't know if I have enough to play it with
You
weight.
might make that double. It hits into the yellow.
You probably only need, what do you need, like?
But then that
Pardon?
one,
You need, like,
on the
you
tee
think
line
you
now
need
just
control,
gets
or that's
stuck in that
control?
pocket. No?
Yeah,
I think I
it's
need
like-
control. I can throw control.
Yeah.
If I can throw control, it's there.
You got enough of that rock.
Yeah.
So you got to hit a good half in order to.
Stay over here. I
Yeah.
need to stay here, right?
Okay. I'm just worried about this thing out counting this guy, even if it's,
I know, but
we
it's,
got to get it over top a little bit.
but
right?
make it for the roll then.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do it. Okay.
So try to orchestrate a couple,
Oh, yeah.
Kathy, and the audible
Yeah,
is
I gotcha.
obviously cheat to make the roll to get your one at worst.
But look at where the guard is.
Yeah.
And he's playing control weight. That's the
Things there.
only concern.
Control, like I stuff it into a 6 enough to be this guy to count. And maybe that 3 might even kick it over a bit.
Mike's explaining it now to BJ.
I don't think control does it.
Well, I think
Like
Trevor
for weight, you
Bonot's
mean? Yeah.
looking from
I
the
don't- like, I
hack.
think I was thinking like a good bumper.
Good bump.
A little more.
Hey, same
Yeah.
ice.
All right, let's go, Trev.
Mike's calling for the hit and roll, and then
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Good
Well, Hackner looking over. Final Stone in 8. Down by 3. Trevor Bonot.
Girl, George. Hard, George.
And that was the audible to try and drive the red in. Will be a steal of 2.
2 yellow, yep.
Just really tight out of his hand. He called almost at the same time as he let go.
One more.
I'll play as much as you want to play.
Yeah.
And It will be handshakes and a win for Matt Dunstone. A must-have, and he comes through for Manitoba. 8-3 the final. Dunstone will wrap up tonight versus Newfoundland Labrador, and it's Yukon tonight for Northern Ontario.
Well, what a great game by Matt Dunstone and his team. He looked a little bit tight to start with, but then he makes the great run back for the single, and that slash over shot to the forefoot, that's a highlight reel shot. We will see that again for sure.
Little Manitoba magic this morning from Matt Dunstone, and a win. We'll step aside from Regina. A lot more coverage next on TSN. Some wonderful shot making. Hey, how about a selfie with Matt Dunstone? Awesome. As he picks up the win over Northern Ontario. Oh, and how good is that? A handshake from the legend Al Hackner, the two-time champ, the Iceman. And so much respect, Kathy, for the history of the game and the greats that came before. It'll bring us to our game story.
Well, in 5, Matt Dunstone had very little to work with, but made what he could. What a brilliant, brilliant shot. And for Trevor Bonot, tried to make a double angle. He had to even explain it to BJ Neufeld because he couldn't see it, and he just wasn't able to. The numbers stay very high for Team Dunstone. That's what they're going to need if they are going to move forward.
The game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue, and Kathy, handshakes as well between Newfoundland Labrador and New Brunswick.
And the biggest story there, we've talked about it this week, Andrew Simmons having draw weight. Even when his team got into trouble, he was able to draw. James Grattan, that has been the shot that he has struggled with, and he did in the 8th end, which led to the handshakes.
So there is just one game remaining here on this Thursday morning, our final morning at the Brand Center, and it is between Manitoba, Carruthers, skipped by Brad Jacobs, and Thomas Scoffin, Yukon. A blank you see in 8, so it is Jacobs Hammer leading by 3 here in 9.
No, I know, but it like anywhere high and it's never a fucking. Yeah.
Mine's good. I think it's so the same.
Pretty nice numbers for Jensen. Kathy, you've had a better eye on this game than I have. What have you noticed? We saw Brad made a wonderful shot for the big score early in the game.
Well, the Carruthers team just plays very methodical. They are not afraid of putting rocks in play. And for Brad Jacobs, he just, I call him Rocket Man, because his ability to throw that up weight has really worked well for him. But Yukon is not a team that goes away.
Don't you think?
Just keep throwing rocks at you.
Well, it's interesting. They took the 5 in the second end and just 6 points. So Yukon keeps grinding.
Moving it back.
There you see the scoreboard over Brad's shoulder.
Then in. And that's Wade and Thomas Scoffin, father-daughter. Father-daughter. Father-son. Sorry, Bailey.
You need a break. you need a break, my friend. You've been working each and every draw, and we commend you on your marathon week.
He's running that in all day. We maybe have one left over.
Trying to figure out where to go.
Clean.
Straight peel.
The Brier champion with Jeff Stoughton, Reed Carruthers.
Thanks. Thanks.
If he leaves the shooter right there, it's no good, right?
Yeah. And then the play, then he runs it back, and then that's going to sit here no matter what. If we place it there, he'd be happy with that.
Yeah,
right?
if we can get low on this, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Right? But then where does the shooter, if he can stick his shooter, then we don't have much of a shot in the next one.
Yeah.
Or if we pump this.
Yeah, I think we bump.
Okay.
Okay.
Right on the nose?
Yeah, right on the nose, a little on low.
The challenge that you have is that those stones are in such a close confinement, and Brad Jacobs' upweight ability is not something that Thomas Scoffin is unaware of. And You add big weight with these very lively rocks.
This is my straight one.
Easy to remove a lot of granite.
Speed's still good here, eh?
And it will be Alberta, Sliczynski, Team Canada, Gushue, a must win. And that's coming up later on today. As Vic Rauter, Joanne Courtney,
Wait only.
Russ
Close.
Howard, Kathy Gauthier.
Yep.
All your coverage
Yep.
continuing
Whoa.
as we get closer to championship weekend.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Straight. Curl. Straight, 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 straight. Okay.
Create a little bit of a pocket.
Perfect.
Well,
Yeah.
the best shot is over the top, right? So let's do that. Thinking
So
right about
run
there
it
and
straight back. Both reds will go.
Thick half.
Oh, I was thinking like a third. Over the top, like a third.
Okay. Yeah.
Third of a rock.
So when he says over the top, he wants to go across this way. This goes out this way.
UConn's only win this week against New Brunswick Grattan, but they have given a lot of teams some tough games. Thomas here for the 4th time, Kathy.
Such a good curler. He was a great junior curler. So many people think, what about if we make him the import?
He lost a junior final to Matt Dunstone in Fort McMurray 2013 and won gold for the University of Alberta Golden Bears in Edmonton.
Hard!
Okay, shot.
Should have bite there. Fuck.
Nice throw, Brad.
This. Because like we do this, come off that super easy.
Yeah.
Right, but if there's no in off.
Right, because it'll be in between them. Yeah. Yeah, we got to be online with.
Can we get on the corner though?
Yeah.
I mean, he noses it back then, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we just freeze.
I think we freeze.
I think you do too.
We just know this line better.
Yeah, agreed.
Naturally, it looks like it makes more sense to come the other way, the way the stones are lined up. But as you heard, they know this ice path better.
Yeah. If we can just touch the right side one first.
Thomas was here in Regina at that Brier 2018 that Gushue won, a 2-6 record for UConn that year.
Okay. Yeah.
And when he's talking about the right side one, it's the left as you look at it. It's because he's looking down the sheet. And some good numbers.
Line's good.
I like it.
Line's
Move
good.
it early.
Gotta go. Straight only.
Needs to be
Gotta go. Hard line.
in that little pocket
Curl.
to try force the
Hard
issue
line.
here in 9.
Straight. Whoa, curl, whoa. Curl, curl.
Got 14-7-6,
Whoa,
Kathy,
whoa,
on this
whoa.
one.
Whoa.
And right in the pocket. What a lovely shot, Thomas Scoffin.
Very nice.
Well managed.
Now, can you hammer the red and make the double and make some noise?
It's like,
Boy, that's really good.
it's either that, Reed, or what are you looking at?
The intern with like hack.
Well, if this, yeah.
If the red moves a tiny little bit, we can get one. You're on the nose. Like the pinhole is just half exposed
Yeah, okay.
right now.
That's a good shot, Reed.
Yeah. You like that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like your hack?
Yeah.
You're playing the scoreboard. That's made so well. So if you look,
Intern with like hack.
just the pin is available part of it. So if you get right to the nose, that red
If
one
we
looks
get to, like,
frozen, but the
7/8.
two of them should move back together a little bit because of these stones. And if it moves back ever so slightly, although it's going to be hard to tell whose shot if it's right on top. Tough shot, but it is there.
Yeah, how do you measure that when they're that close to the button?
It's a visual look by an official who decides, and hopefully they don't wear glasses.
Brett Waldrop's the chief umpire this week. Final stone in 9.
Hard, Derek!
Derek Samagalski, a big scrub try, hold the angle.
Hard! Keep going! Keep going! Hard!
You heard Reed say the pinhole's available if you move the red stone enough.
One red.
And I don't think he did.
The steal of 1. That was a lovely shot by Thomas Scoffin for the steal. But it is Carruthers in control, up by a couple with Hammer coming home in 10. In his 4th Brier appearance, Thomas Scoffin, what a lovely shot there in 9 as he forces the issue. He's able to steal that single point, so with play underway here in 10, it is Team Carruthers with Hammer up by 2, throwing the Yellow Rocks.
And a great effort by Brad Jacobs. That stone moved a little bit, but not enough.
You saw Connor Negavin's numbers. Good curling for him on this Thursday morning.
Okay,
Well, they won't be happy with that one, sliding a little bit too deep.
Long one, okay?
Wade is here for the 7th time at the Brier, and his last appearance was actually in Regina back in 2018, playing with his son.
Well, and some really good numbers for Wade.
Where? Whoa, yep. Whoa, whoa. Straight, 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 straight. Whoa.
And right to the face, shot stone.
Turn here high.
I think you're just ripping the 1. Try the in-turn low.
Okay, Brett.
Curl. Straight.
You.
They talked about just the top one, but now looking for 2. Oh, so close.
Just clips the red for Derek Samagalski.
Rolls there.
Well, he didn't get both, but the problem, the bigger one, is that that guard is still hanging around, and anything up there is something for Scoffin to use.
It's there. It's hot. Ev, it's a lot less. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, guys. Whoa. Clean. Right beside it. Right beside it. Yep. Yep. Okay. What do you like here? You like it into this? Intern.
Well, the angle's better on the red than it was before. When they're lined up, it's pretty hard to remove them without leaving something around, even the thrown rock. But for Derek now, just on the outside, can get both reds to go and lose his shooter as well.
Shooter.
Oh, that's a peach.
Those are the ones that make your skipper very happy. As Derek with a beauty for Team Carruthers.
Oh, it's great. He removes 2 of the red stones, picks the stone off the lid. And more importantly, if you look at the front of the house now, there's only 1 guard there. Wonderful shot. Yeah.
There it is.
Tight.
Evan, born in Calgary, lives in Saskatoon.
Tight. No, short, short, short. Ev, Ev. Yep. Just straight, straight, hard.
Okay. Good call. Good call on your speed.
A good tick to not leave those 2 stones together.
Clean.
So draw weight,
Clean
not
right
where
to
Reed
it.
would want it to be, but the hitting certainly is.
And he's thrown a lot of hits.
Good throw.
And he'll peel the red.
What a shot by Derek.
Yeah. Good guess. It's best to be. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Trying to use what you have available to you. Go around the guard.
Fourth appearance for Jensen. He's been at the Brier with Scoffin each and every time. They were 2-6 in London, Ontario last year.
Line's good. Little tight. Yep.
Top 8 right now.
Yep.
Down is down.
Top 12.
Hard.
Top 8.
Hard. Hard.
Oi.
Okay, you're good. You're good.
Well, the whole team effort on the brushing to get that stone by and then around. It almost looks like it came out the other side
Yeah,
of
the
it.
curl, Kath. Did it ever? Wow.
Yeah.
You can pretty much see the whole stone and the broom down.
Yep.
As
Clean.
Brothers delivers.
Yep.
Yep.
The out-turn hit.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Oh, just by the guard, away goes the red. And UConn running out of time and rocks here with just 2 to come from the skip, Thomas Scoffin.
Thomas taking a little bit more ice. If you get
15-2
close
on
to
your-
that
Boy,
guard,
Reed.
it is going to come out the outside as we just saw.
It is amazing though, Kathy, that one shot from Derek Samagalski just changed the dynamic
Huge.
of the entire end.
Well, those numbers would suggest that this is in pretty
Wait
good
only.
shape.
It's got to walk.
There you go. Thomas's numbers right there, 89%
Yeah,
on the 9
sure.
draws.
Line's
All the way.
good.
Needs to be shot stone, needs to be buried.
Yep.
On you
It's
good.
good. Whoa, whoa.
And again, that finish, and
Oh,
it
this
will
goes forever.
again poke up a little bit.
Sure is keen, eh?
Well, for Jacobs, we'll look to run it back, but for sure he wants to just open things up. He is shot stone, so even if he doesn't get it, he wants to make sure he's got an open shot on his final.
Yellow.
Just give me a little more.
Make this one, and he doesn't have to worry about throwing his final one.
Yep.
Brad Jacobs
Whoa.
trying to run UConn out
Shooter.
of rocks.
Whoa.
And just drives it by.
He
So
just keep sweeping it.
some life still for UConn.
And you do have to hit, and it was interesting. You saw in Brad Jacobs' numbers, he's had one draw today,
turn.
was 75%. So you hit and roll underneath, and you may force him to draw
Firm.
something that he's not had a lot of
gotta be a pretty flat roll.
opportunities to do today.
Okay.
The good news, though, for Brad, I mean, that you just make a red stone go, and you've got the win. Don't have to hold the shooter. But first things first,
Firm.
Thomas has to
Firm.
make this successfully and hold the shooter.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Yes. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, dear.
And he will roll right out, and that'll be handshakes
Nice read.
as Brad doesn't have to throw his final stone. A win for Team Carruthers as they continue their push
Well,
to
it's
make
so,
the final three, Kathy.
So important for Brad Jacobs and his team to feel good about where they are. Lots of curling left this week, but to keep this train rolling, you want good performance. Their numbers were very good this morning.
Thumbs up from Derek, the wave from Reed, and they're trying to walk themselves right into the playoffs. So Carruthers indeed qualifies because of his head-to-head 6-1. He is in. McEwen is in. Top three will qualify, and that Dunstone win was huge. Now 5-2, as is Bonot. We know Schneider is out, and Dunstone now owns the head-to-head. So it is going to be an interesting finish here in Regina. Jacobs a win. We'll step aside and wrap up our coverage next at the Brier.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporters for over 40 years. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada.
How good is that? There is Derek, daughter Decker. What do we got? Handshake, bump it, blow it up, boom. Awesome. Thanks, Dad. Good win. Pick me up and get me some ice cream. All right. So cool to have your family and that support. Final day, round robin play continues. Draw 17. It is a must win. The 5-time champ, Brad Gushue, 5-2. Aaron Slitkinski out of Airdrie. Easy for me to say. Slitchinski. There you go. 4-3 record, 3 Eastern time. Vic, Russ, Joe, Kathy will say it a lot better than I just did. On behalf of myself, Kathy Gauthier, and our entire morning crew at TSN, it's been awesome. It is our final morning show. We thank you for tuning in and joining us, watching the sport we all love, the Brier, right here in Regina. And a good showing for Matt Dunstone. All the action continues with round robin play this afternoon. The Montana's Brier lives right here on TSN.